Greetings, fellow K-12s. It is your favorite tutor, Mr. Hlajwayo. Welcome to Back to Basics, right? Now, what we are doing now, we are looking at our geometric series, right? So we are trying to, understand different types of past papers that, covers the concept of geometric series, right? Now, so this was a paper, I think this is going to be May, June. I think this is May, June prep from what? From the KZN province, right? This is, I think it was from the year 2024, right? Yes. So now we are looking at these particular question. Now let's look at this. So they are saying here you're having 5, you're having 10, you're having 20. Now they are saying this is a geometric sequence. Now, firstly, they want you to find out what is going to be the nth term, right? So how can we find out the nth term now from here? Isn't it that we are going to firstly find out what is going to be the ratio, right? Since this is 5, this is 10, and this is 25, right? So this is 20 rather, right? So what is this going to be now? Which means we are going to say now, from here we divide to find the ratio, right? We are going to say what is 10? So this is going to be 10 divided by 5. And what is 10 divided by 5? This is going to be 2, right? Now, this is also 20 divided by 10. This is same as 2, which means now our nth term, this is same as Tn, it's same as AR n subtract 1. Now, what is the value of your A? This is your first term, which is 5. Your R, which is your ratio, it's going to be 2. This is n subtract 1. So, therefore, this is going to be the nth term. Now, they want us to find out what is going to be the sum of the first 18 terms, right? So for us to find out first the sum formula, remember in our geometric series, right? Now sum formula, now we have two sum formula. We have the one for for a convergent series and also your divergent series. Out again. And remember, we are saying when the series converge, right? When the series converges, this is going to be where your R, your value of your R is in between -1 and 1. And when your series diverge, which means now this is when your R is greater than what? 1. Which means in this case now, looking at the value of our R is 2, which means we are going to use the divergent formula, right? And the divergent formula is given by Sn is equals to A into R to the power of n subtract 1, and then this is going to be also R subtract 1. Oh, it's again, right? So basically now that's the formula for divergent. Now they are saying for the 18th term, right? So which means this is same as sum of the first 18 terms. It's going to be A represents your 5, which is your first term. R is the ratio, which is the 2. Then the N now represents the number of term, which is 18 subtract 1. Close bracket. This is divided by what is the ratio here? Now, this is going to be divided by the ratio of what? This is going to be 2 subtract 1, right? And then now what is going to be therefore our S of 18, right? Our sum of 18 terms. Right? So which means now the sum of 18 terms in here, when you plug this in your calculator, you are going to get this as one, I think this is 1,310,000 715. Oh, it's okay, right? So which is going to be the sum of all the 18 terms that you are going to have in here, right? Oh, it's okay. So I am hoping that this one makes sense. Now let's just make up our space quickly so that we can look at the next question, which is our 4.2, right? And see in terms of what is it that we can do in 4.2 now. Are we all fine, right? So let's look at now that one. So now in here, they are saying the first and the second term of your geometric series is given by what? So they are saying you're having 2x subtract 4. You are also having x squared subtract 16, right? This is 4x squared subtract 16, right? So now they say determine the value or the values of x for which the series will converge. Are we together, right? Now, as soon as they speak of convergence, right? So which means now, firstly, we need to find out what is the value of your R, right? And remember, we always know that when we're looking for our R is going to be always term 2 divided by term 1, right? So which means now in this case, this is going to be same as 4x squared subtract 16 divide by, this is 2, subtract what? Subtract 4. Now, I want you to look at this numerator. Can you see that in the numerator, you are actually having a difference of 2 squares in there, right? Because 4 is a square number, x squared, it's squared, and 16 is a square number, which means this is same as 2x minus 4, and this is same as 2x plus 4, right? Okay. Now, this is going to be divided by, this is same as 2x minus 4. Are we fine, right? So which means now what is it then that you're going to do now from here? Can you see that these and these are going to cancel, which means the value of your r that you're having here, same as 2x plus what? Plus 4, right? And as this is your value of your r, now we are going to say, look, your value of your r is going to range in between -1 and 1, right? Remember we said when the series converge, it's where your value of your r is -1 and 1, right? So now in the space of r, right? In the space of r, isn't it that we just discussed that now our r is given by 2x plus 4, which means now that we are going to say -1 into 2x plus 4 is also in between what? This is also in between 1, right? Now we are going to solve for x here. And when we are solving for x, what is it that we are going to do now? We are going to start by transposing the 4, right? So when you transpose the 4 this side, this is same as -5 into 2x. Now this is going to be same as 1 subtract 4. What is 1 subtract 4? This is -3, right? Now this is divided by 2, this is divided by 2, this is divided by 2, right? So which means the value of your x that you are going to have here, right? So this is going to be where x is in between -5 over 2, right? Or your x is in between -3 over 2. Are we fine, right? So basically now that's what we are going to have here as the value of our x. Are we fine, right? Now, so let's look at then our question 4.3 and see in terms of what is it then that we can do from here, right? Now in 4.3, what are they saying here? They are saying a convergent geometric series has the first term as 2, the ratio as 1 over root 2. Now they say calculate the sum to infinite divided by the sum of two terms, right? Now, isn't it that we know that sum to infinity, it is given by what? This is given by a over 1 subtract r, right? Now, they are saying this is divided by what? This is going to be divided by the sum of the first two terms. Are we together? So what is this going to be now from here? Which means now from here, this is going to be same as what? Sum of the first two terms, which means, isn't it that this is going to be same as a plus, right? When I say I'm looking for sum of two terms, remember this is same as a plus AR, if I'm not mistaken, right? That's going to be my sum of two terms. How to get, right? So now let's see in terms of what is it then that I can do now from here to solve that, right? Now I want to start here. I want to start with this, right? So which means here they are saying sum to infinity, right? What is sum to infinity? This is sum to infinity divided by the sum of two terms, right? Now what is it that I'm going to have here? Now if I start with my sum to infinity, what is my a? Remember the a is given by 2. This is going to be divided by what? By what? This is going to be now they said this is a convergent series, right? So this is 2 subtract, what is this one? 2 subtract 1 over, what was the ratio here? This is 1 over root 2. Are we all fine, right? Now, let me just now use the division sign. Then the sum of two terms, I use the blue, right? Now, remember, because they told us this is a convergent series, which means the SN formula that we can use here, this is same as A into 1 subtract r to the power of n. This is divided by 1 subtract r. Are we together? Then now from here, where there is n, we can write 2, then we can write all these things, right? So which means this is sum of two terms is going to be same as what? The a, we said it's 2 into, this is 1 subtract, we said the ratio it's same as 1 over root 2, and then we said the n, it's for two terms. Are we fine? Right? Oh, it's okay. Then this is basically that what you are having here, right? Now this is also going to be same as what? Now this is going to be the same as from here. This is going to be same as 1 subtract what? This is 1 subtract root 2. Our to get, right? Now, I want you to look at this carefully, right? Can you see I am dividing a fraction with a fraction here, right? So I can change the division sign into a multiplication sign, right? And how can I do that? Right? If let's say I want to change the division sign to a multiplication sign, let me start with the infinite. Remember the infinite was 2 divide by 1 subtract what? This is 1 subtract 1 over root 2, right? So this now is going to be same as multiplied by, right? I can start multiplying these, right? So let's say now I multiply this. Now remember, when I multiply now, I'm going to change whatever that I have here with whatever that I have in here, right? So this is same as multiply by 1 subtract. This is going to be same as 1 over root 2, right? Now I'm looking at my sum of two terms in the denominator. This is going to be now also divided by what? This is same as 2 into bracket 1 subtract, this was 1 over root 2. This is 2, right? Now close bracket. Okay. So what is this? What does this mean? Which means now from here, whatever that I have here, I want you to look at this carefully, right? Whatever that I have in here is going to cancel with this one, right? The 2 and the 2 here are going to cancel, which means here I am left with what? I am left with 1, right? So this is same as 1 divided by what? I am left with 1. Let me solve this. This is whatever that I'm having in my numerator. Remember, I canceled everything, which means I'm left with my 1 divided by what? This is going to be 1 subtract. What is 1 squared? This is same as 1. What is root 2 squared? This is same as over 2. Okay, right? And this is same as 1 divided by what is 1 subtract half, right? Remember, this is moved from here to here. What is 1 subtract half? It's same as half out here. And then what is 1 divided by half? This is going to be same as 2, which is going to be the solution for this particular question, right? So I am hoping that you can understand in terms of how do we go about whenever we are required to solve these questions, right? Thank you very much for listening.